What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Bush Life Africa. Connor McLeod here. So today I'm on my way back to Natal, Caravan and Marine. We are doing another install today on the truck. Today we are doing an add a leaf system. This is something that Natal Caravan and Marine stock. It's produced by a company called Load Hog, I believe. Basically, it is a bolt-on solution to your leaf pack, and it adds a leaf pretty much to your pack to gain extra strength, tightens up the suspension a bit, and gives you that little bit of lift that you might be chasing. So if you guys have watched my previous install video with Natal Caravan and Marine, we did airbags in the rear. So I'm really enjoying the airbags. The airbags give such an awesome ride quality. It literally feels like you're driving on air. But what I have been experiencing is it's a bit too soft for me at the moment. So I've been looking for a solution to that, and this solution was actually recommended to me by them, Natal Caravan and Marine that is, to try add a leaf to the pack and see how that goes. So obviously to give you guys a bit of a background understanding of what I'm trying to do here is, so with your vehicles that everyone has, your suspension that comes from factory is obviously rated to take the strength of what your car can handle GVM wise. So for instance, your car in a double cab with a leaf pack at the back is rated to carry the weight that your car is rated to carry. But what happens is it starts to squat a little bit. So to stop that from happening, we obviously added the bags to it, and that helps a lot because obviously it gives you your ride height back and gives you that nice feeling. And then what I started to notice is, obviously, like I said, it's getting a bit too soft. So I wanted to tighten up the suspension at the back, just get a little bit more stiff and give the leaf pack just a little bit extra strength, because a lot of people will also say that if you run your bags too hard, you risk the problem of having your chassis crack because you're putting the pressure in the wrong place. So to try and avoid that, I wanted to give the leaf pack extra strength. Not that I'm running my bags too heavy. I'm only running them at 0.6 at the moment. So 0.5 is your bum stop airbag ride height, if you want to call it that. So the bags aren't really doing much work. Anything past that point, they're starting to do work. And that's for these bags that I've got in my car. So yeah, I'm hoping that this actually gives me that extra bit of like stiffness that I'm chasing. And then a lot of you are probably saying, well, why didn't you just go straight for a leaf pack? So the reason I'm not wanting to go that route is because to choose a constant load, you can't really always get it right, in my opinion. Because if you are chasing a constant load of, let's say I put 350 constant load leaf pack in the back, unless I'm running around with close to that weight all the time, my car's going to feel incredibly hard on the road, because now the leaf pack needs that weight in order to feel soft. So if you went down a weight and say went for a 250 to 300 constant load, then we're pretty much back in the same route that we are now, which is why I've opted to do it this way. So what I'm trying to see that will work is obviously running the airbags stock leaf pack with an extra blade, if that will then do the trick. Now, bearing in mind, I don't carry a lot of weight in my rig compared to a normal family double cab, if you want to call it that. Like, I don't run a canopy, but then guys will say, oh, but you know, you've got your roller door and you've got your rack, you know, so the weights are pretty much the same. So if you wanted to call it that I pretty much have a canopy at the back with a rooftop tent, you could say that the weights is pretty much the same. But I don't run draw system like that. Those of you who have seen my Instagram and my Facebook and even watched any of my other videos, you'll see that I don't have even a back seat. I have a draw system in the back. But if you work the weights out, what I've removed and what I've put in is pretty much the same. So in theory, I'm quite a light rig on the road. So that's also why I'm trying to avoid the hard ride all the time. I have a few mates that have done the leaf pack route, and unless they're running weight in their car all the time, they don't really enjoy the ride. Or what they're having to do is go in and have a blade removed from their pack, and when they're going on trips, go back again and add that blade back in, which again is something that I'm trying to avoid, because I also it just sounds like a hack. The airbags, you pump it up at the petrol station and off you go, you're ready to go. And with the blade in theory, it shouldn't make the ride uncomfortable, but this is what we are going to find out. The other side of the coin is the price. To do a leaf pack, you're looking at around, I don't know, 10, maybe 12,000, depending on the brand and depending on the weight. Whereas the route I've taken, the system that I'm running, even at the prices you'll get it from Natal Caravan and Marine or any other place that you choose to purchase from, you're going to be paying around 10,000. And then within that 10,000, you're getting the airbag ride quality, which for me is second to none, because a lot of guys also overlook the fact that you have to drive your car, especially if you're building a touring vehicle, a lot. Why would you want to sit in a car that's hard and uncomfortable? Yes, when you're going on a big trip and it's loaded up, it will be very comfortable. But how often, you as an individual, you have to ask yourself, are you doing big trips where your car has that much weight in it? Like, I have a couple mates that have the heavy rating for leaf packs, and they literally run around with water tanks in their tubs because they need weight in order to enjoy their drive. Excuse me. So yeah, again, this is a test. This is something that I wanted to try. I'm having no issues at the moment, barring the fact that I wanted to make the pack a little bit more stiff, a little bit more harder, because it's a bit too soft at the moment. And I'm hoping that by doing this, I rely a little bit less on the bags and only rely on the bags for when I'm fully loaded and I need to give the suspension on the back just that little bit extra. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. It's a very quick install. I could have actually done it myself at home, but I thought I would double this video and introduce you to Natal Caravan and Marine's new 4x4 fitment install crew. They've just acquired some new staff there, and the guys are really jacked up and they know what's going on, so that's quite awesome. The load hog kit is something you can purchase from Natal Caravan and Marine. You can install it yourself at home, and obviously Natal Caravan and Marine can do the install for you. On the box, it actually says you can do it in less than 20 minutes. The only thing you're going to need is a torque wrench, because you have to torque the bolts to a certain spec. It's not just tighten as tight as you can and off you go. I don't actually have a torque wrench, which is why I am going to get them to do it. Plus, like I said, to do the interview to introduce you guys would be really cool. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, what's up guys? We've just got to Natal Caravan and Marine. Truck is on the hoist. Let's get into it. Alright, so here is the load hog add a leaf, all laid out and ready to go. We're jacking the car up, taking a wheel off, just to make life easier. You can do this in your driveway, but why work hard when you can work smart? Alright, what's up guys? So I'm going to do a quick introduction to the new team here at Natal Caravan and Marine, and they're going to explain to you what we're doing to the car today. Alright, what's up guys?
Morning, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you.
So would you like to tell everyone who you guys are and what we're doing today?
Yeah, I'm Brandon, this is Brian. We are the proud new 4x4 fitment guys at Natal Caravan. And today we will be adding load helpers to your beloved Ranger, giving it some TLC, cleaning up at the back. And yeah, I don't know, everyone?
All I will say is that we take your 4x4 to the next limit.
Oh, that's really cool. So I think let's go into the workshop and let's show the guys what you're doing. I know already when we were just discussing how we're going to be doing the install and that, you guys are already talking about stuff that I haven't seen other guys talk about in other fitment sensors. So let's go have a look.
100%.
Alright, Brian, what are we doing over here?
Okay, basically we're cleaning up the surfaces. So we give you the great finish that you're looking for.
Why do you need to clean the surfaces?
Why do I need to clean the surface? For dust, corrosion, all of that.
So it's a good idea to give it a good deep grease before you do any more work on the suspension.
So you'll get a good finish and you'll get a longer lasting life on the poles, the nuts, everything of that. Once you take off all the grease and all of that out of it. So that's basically why we clean up. Everybody goes to go down.
Alright, so talk us through what you're doing there at the moment.
Just busy fitting the load helpers. We're gonna tighten them down now. I'm just getting the
Positioning right and all that.
Yeah, and then we're gonna tighten them down. Obviously, it's got a few different settings, so we're just gonna see which one's gonna be user friendly for your vehicle.
So would you say that someone can do this quite easily at home in their driveway?
Look, the hoister is obviously in our favor today.
Yeah.
Because you do need to take the load off of the leaf when you actually fit these.
Better to have the car jacked up so the leaves can bow to get it on nicely.
You could do it at home, but a hoist is your friend. So.
And then obviously also what you guys have just done with like the degreasing, you're checking through everything, so if there's any other issues, you know, you can obviously advise your customers on that too, I'm assuming. So it's basically like a mini service while you're installing the next new product.
They do work hard, so it is good to check everything every once in a while, you know.
And then now once you finger tightened, what's the next step of getting these?
Next step is to torque these to 40 newtons, and then we will tighten these down to 40 millimeters, gap between the leaf and the load bar, load hog, and then we'll see what it feels like.
So then you said there were a couple different settings. So what setting are we going with today?
We're going to go with the most hardy one to see how much these do actually help. And then obviously if it's too stiff, we'll tone it down a bit. It needs to be from 10 millimeters to 40. You have to obviously maintain a 30 mil gap here at all times, so you can't go more than that.
Is that for flex, I'm assuming, eh?
Definitely, yes. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, let's
Cool.
get those tools.
Alright guys, so here is the finished products. So this side, double nutted just for extra strength, and this side now, this space here can't go past the 40 centimeter mark, and here we tightened it with 35 mil gap. So actually, sorry, it's actually 40 here and 35. So we haven't gone into its max strength setting. We're going with like a happy medium, just so I can still use the bags if I need to maintain the airflow in the ride. As you can see, they're just lifting up that side. They're going to be doing some copper slip on there now, and copper compound for the nuts and bolts. And they were also going the extra mile and have informed me that they'd like to spray the drum black, so when I'm driving you see the holes in between the rim, you don't actually see this ugly looking brown mess anymore. Stuff like that you don't often see in 4x4 workshops these days. Alright, so final touches going on. Everything's torqued up. Even had the hub resprayed nice black. Got the copper slip going on to the studs now before we put the wheels on. And then we will drop it and see where our ride height is sitting at. Alright, what's up everyone? So, just to give you my last update on the added leaf that we did to the pack at the back. So call it a little bit of a review. I've now been running it for about, I don't know, 2 months now. I've done a big trip with it, which was really cool. We went up to Cozy Bay. Those of you know where Cozy Bay is, it's about a 5 to 6 hour drive depending on how you do it. The truck was fully loaded for that trip and I was towing the boat, so it was quite a good exercise to see how the leaf pack was going to act. And funnily enough, before I went on the trip, I went back to Natal, Caravan and Marine and had them readjust the pack because it was actually sitting up too high, the back of the car where the pack is obviously. So I forgot to take into consideration that I have extended shackles on my leaf pack and I don't actually have my standard shackles anymore. What would be better is if I actually could run the standard shackles again. So we had to adjust the leaf pack to its like minimum setting just to get the ride height back, and then what I was going to do is load it up and see how it would go, and then just run the airbags to obviously adjust the ride height if need be. So I think what I've done is I've achieved what I was trying to achieve, was getting a happy medium between strength and comfort, and getting the shock to do the work as well. Because a lot of the guys, if you're running a heavy leaf pack, you never actually filling your car to that weight where your shock is going to be doing work with the leaf pack's doing all the work. So you're trying to find like a happy medium where everything's doing its work, and I think I've achieved that, which is really cool. And the nice thing now is if I do go a little bit too heavy or add too much weight to the back, obviously keeping it within its restrictions of the vehicle, that what it can take, I can just adjust the leaf pack again. It's got like 3 settings, and make it that much stronger or that much weaker, if you want to call it that. So it was really cool, really nice test. My next install is going to be a long range tank in the back that goes where your spare wheel is. It's additional 85 liters of diesel plus the weight of the tank. So we'll see how the car acts with that at the back in terms of the weight. If I need to adjust the leaf pack again, probably will have to. Hopefully not, who knows. And we'll take it from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. If you guys are looking to do the same setup as me, contact Natal, Caravan and Marine if you are in KZN. Otherwise, go to your local fitment center wherever you are, and I'm sure they can help you. Thanks guys.